Well, hello! Welcome to my kitchen. You know this is where we like to be. I'm going to do my cooking class and I hope you're ready for fun. Today we're going to be making omelets. I hope you like omelets. If you don't, guess where I learned to make omelets? I learned to make omelets on a cruise because we had a fiesta night one night and there was all kinds of Mexican food and salsa and pico de gallo and vegetables, and you know they had fajita mixes, all kinds of stuff. You could order any kind of Mexican food that you wanted for that fiesta night. And then the next morning, it was the most brilliant thing I saw, and it's what taught me how to do the 3-in-1 meals. And they took all the vegetables that were left over from the night before and had them set out to make omelets with. Let's take a look and see what we can do. So everything I need is here. I have an avocado, I have cheese, I have ham, and I have my bowls, and I have my eggs. And then I have a couple of peppers, orange and green. And you can use red, you can use any color peppers you want. Peppers make a lot more nutritional content to your omelet, and they help with digestion, and they're really yummy. They give a good flavor. It's almost like having salsa in it, because I don't think I have any salsa. So it'll be fun. Watch. I gotta run some. I'll pull out my knife and my pan. I've got my good old frying pan. I'm going to get my favorite cutting knife. Everybody should have a favorite knife. I'll put those there. Put this here. And then I'm going to get a cutting board for cutting these. Let's see if you can see these over here. Yeah, you can. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut these over here so you can watch me more. Just trying to get a couple more things going. Get that there. We'll even do this and this all right here. Everything I need to cut is here. So that's what we're going to do. I only need a little bit of the pepper, so I'm just going to cut what I need. I don't need the whole thing. I can put the rest of it in a salad or fajitas or whatever I want. And I just kind of shake out the peppers so it's not too spicy. And I'm just going to cut them in slices. This is called prep work, and you always want to do that before you start cooking. Otherwise you run out of time and then your food is done and your extra things that you want to add in are not done, and then it's just frustrating. So I cut these kind of small because they're more fun that way. I'm going to be making a one-person omelet. And I cut them just a little bit different in size. Now, if I was going to be making them for more people, I would obviously cut a lot more vegetables. But since I'm only making one for me right now, it doesn't matter as much. And I take, I only have a few pieces of ham left in here, and it could be any kind of ham, it could be any kind of meat, whatever you like in your omelet. I like a little bit of ham in it. It gives a nice salty flavor to the omelet. So I'm just going to cut it the same way I did the vegetables. And it's real easy. You just cut, cut, cut. And now those are ready off to the side. All I have left is my avocado and my cheese. I think I'll do my cheese first because it's a little messier. Let me get my small cheese grater. I have it handy right here. See, like I showed you in my kitchen video, just handy, ready to go. So I love about my kitchen, it's so easy, it's so functional. I always thought I needed this big ginormous kitchen, blah, 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 but you don't. You just need it more functional. I only need a little bit of cheese, so I don't have to use all of this brick. But I like to make sure I have enough ready to go in case I end up having to make a second one or whatever. And I could always bag it up if I don't need it. I like to do some on the back side, which is little, so I can garnish the top when I'm finished with the omelet. And there's my cheese ready to go. I'll go ahead and bag this up and have it ready to be put away. And then I'm going to take care of my avocado. My avocado, I'm just going to cut it in half. I don't probably need a whole avocado. Obviously, if you love avocado, I mean, I love it, but you don't have to use the whole thing. And I just cut slits I'm not cutting all the way through. I'm only just cutting into the avocado. And then I'm going to turn it and go the other direction. And then I can either spoon it out right now or I can wait until I'm ready to use it. Cool thing is if you leave the seed in this avocado and you put it in a container, it will stay green. It won't turn brown. That's a trick I learned from a cooking show, and it actually works. So there you go, a little tidbit. Now I'm going to make the omelet. I'm going to go get my oil. Okay, I have my cooking on. I'm going to go ahead and light my oven. Do you remember how I showed you how you're going to turn the dial to light if it's a gas oven? And then once it's lit, you can turn it to whatever temperature you want. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of oil in here. This is a brand new bottle, so I'm going to pop the cap. And I'm just going to put a little bit in here because I don't need that much. And then I'm going to go ahead and get my eggs because I want this to warm up, so I'm going to go ahead and get this started over here. I'm going to make this a 3-egg omelet. Almost as big as the one I had yesterday, but not quite. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 eggs. Sorry I didn't get a very good visual on that. I need a fork to be able to spin them. I call this spinning. I'm going to kind of break the yolk of the egg before I get started, and then I'm just going to spin them real fast. Takes about a minute. I'm going to add salt and pepper. Oh, I need to refill that one. Salt just tastes so good in an omelet. I can't wait to eat. I'm getting excited. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is get this going. I can tell that it's already hot. I can feel the heat. And the oil is spraying around the pan really fast, and that makes me know that it's been liquefied more. And I just go ahead and pour that on there. And it begins to fry immediately. While I'm waiting for that to cook, I'm going to put away my eggs. I'm going to bring the plate over. I'll bring this over here. This is what we want on the inside. Cheese, right? Just put it on half of the egg that's been cooked. And I like a lot of cheese. So I'm going to get that going right there. And I'm going to put some ham on it. And I forgot to put a spoon over here for my avocado. So I'll just use my fork because it's still pretty functional. And I'm just going to put, I love avocado. The calories from avocado are the calories I'm looking for. So I put that, I loaded it. You can see that. I mean, I'm going to just give you a better look. Look at this omelet. I have loaded it with ham and cheese and avocado. And then if I had salsa or tomatoes, I could add that too, or red pepper or whatever. I'm going to go ahead and take the other half of this, because we don't have a ton of time. I'm going to just fold it over. And then I'm going to take my thinly cut cheese. I'm going to sprinkle it on top. Because I like to always put a little bit of what you're going to serve, what's inside the omelet, on the top of the omelet. That way you know you got it right. Especially if you're doing more than one order. And I'm going to just put those avocado pieces there, and maybe one more, right on the top. And now my omelet is finished. Isn't that awesome? It was easier than you think. And that's all you have to do. I'm going to take it, put it right here on this lovely plate. There's a couple, little bit of cheese, a little bit of ham in here, and I'll just throw that on top as well. And there it is, voila, a beautiful omelet. I'm going to show you the easy omelet next so that you can make that too. See, garnished beautifully. You can add those vegetables inside, outside, all around. It's just yummy. And I'm also going to use them on the easy omelet. Are you ready to make an easy omelet? I'll show you. Here's a... This is going to be a 2-egg omelet, real easy for kids and adults. You've probably never made an omelet. Oh, I made a mess right there. So we're just going to crack the egg on the edge, kind of pull it apart, let that fall in there. Be careful not to get any pieces in it. Sometimes you could do them in a cup on the side. All right, even though I have avocado on here, it's not going to hurt anything. It's got a little cheese on that fork. So I'm going to spin this, okay? That's how you do omelets, is you got to spin those eggs. That's what's going to give it the nice texture that gives it an omelet texture. Your parents are going to love this. And parents, you'll want to make this for your kids. They'll love it. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of this cheese that's left over. I'm going to put it right inside that raw egg. I'm going to take this ham. Anything that you want in this omelet, you're going to go ahead and put in at this time with those spun eggs. Even these vegetables, anything like that. You could even add the avocado, but I'm going to save the avocado for the inside flip. And then I'm going to give it one more stir, just lightly stirred. And this doesn't need to heat up as long because the pan's already hot. I'm just going to give it a little bit of oil. Kind of toss it around in there. And then here we go. Are you ready? That is going to be so yummy. Look at that. Can you see it? We just have all this cooking goodness in here. And I would suggest until you get comfortable with flipping omelets that you make them like this. Because the second one that I make is really full. The huge omelet is just more full, and so you don't really want to do that with it. Make sure the heat is good. This one's going to be perfect, I can tell. Just wait for it to cook. It takes about 2 minutes on each side. I kind of spin it as it goes so that it doesn't stick to the bottom. I'm just kind of giving it a light push to make sure nothing's connected at the bottom. So that when I flip it, it flips good. And I gave it a little tester right there. It wasn't ready to flip. So I'm just going to let it cook a little longer. No big deal. That's the nature of an omelet. These are by far the easiest omelets you can make. You just flip that over. If it falls apart, who cares? Just piece it together the best you can. Add some cheese on top. It's lovely. This omelet is going to be folded in half. But you can tell just by looking at it right now that it's a nice, almost ready to go omelet. I mean, really, one more flip. I guess I said one flip, but it's a single flip movement. I'm going to give it another minute on the bottom. And you're just going to turn it over. See, that one broke apart, and sometimes they do that just because it's maybe too heavy or something. And this is all cooked on the bottom, so I'm going to take a little more of this cheese and a little bit more of this ham that's left over, and I'm going to put it right here on the inside because it'll be even cheesier and yummier. Doesn't even matter. And then I'm going to go ahead and fold this omelet in half. There's just not as much work to it as the other one. If there's a piece that's kind of skidding off, you just scoot it over. Let me grab a plate. So here's our plate, and we're going to go ahead and just put this right on top of there. Look at that. Perfect omelet. Absolutely perfect. You see that? And all you got to do, like I said, you want to make sure that people know what's inside this omelet. You put a little bit of that extra cheese, a little bit of that extra ham. And if you like anything else on that omelet, like there wasn't enough cheese on the plate, so I just scraped out the inside of the cheese grater. And ta-da! Voila! Omelette! Omelette 1 and 2. Yummy! For 2 people. You could even, if you have little kids, you could split this omelet in half and make it real quick. You could split this omelet in half. It doesn't matter. These are kind of big omelets. If you did sausage on the side or toast on the side, I mean, you're talking almost like a gourmet meal. And this is all just for pennies on the dollar. It doesn't cost very much, less than $2 a piece. So I think it's worth making them at home. Give it a try. Omelets are great. Now I'm going to clean up this mess because that's always the important part of cooking in the kitchen is make sure you clean up when you're done. That's the most important part. Because otherwise, remember what I told you, that was the biggest tip they ever had for all the kitchens that they studied was a clean kitchen every night before you get started cooking the next day is what's most important. So I hope you always remember that. Clean up your kitchen. Take care.